The Tunnels of Moose Jaw is a tourist destination in Moose Jaw, Saskatchewan. We have 3 guided historical tours. They take place in different underground spaces. We have the Passage to Fortune that takes place in 1907, and it deals with early Chinese immigration in Canada. We have Chicago Connection. That is the late 1920s and is about prohibition and bootlegging and Al Capone's connections to Moose Jaw. The Chicago Connection tour was actually the first tour that was opened by the Tunnels. The reason why this is part of Moose Jaw's history is because Al Capone came here to hide out when things were getting hot in Chicago. We have a lot of first-person accounts of him being here. His niece said he came here quite frequently. Her father was the accountant for him, and so we talk about that. It's pretty exciting. Now we have our brand new tour. It's called Bunker 24. It takes place 1958, and it is the Cold War. So East versus West, communism versus capitalism, spies. It's a very exciting part of Canadian history.
Construction of Bunker 24 started in 2019. There was always hopes of adding a 3rd tour, and it just never came to fruition early on, but 2019 seemed like the right time to really freshen up what the Tunnels of Moose Jaw has to offer. Bunker 24 was a story that evolved over the research from the early times in Moose Jaw and the air base being developed as a BCATP base, post-World War II being turned into a NATO training base. There were pilots trained from all over the world here in Moose Jaw, and our strong military history really made sense to go that way with the story.
What we do in Bunker 24 is initially, like every other tour, you come in and you become a recruit to be a spy in the Cold War. So it makes people feel what it would have been like to be alive and to be in the military in the 1950s.
Hello, I'm Special Agent Clifford Bunsen, and welcome to the Radio Intercept Station. Now, communication is a vital lifeline when it comes to espionage and as part of our greater defensive strategies. Now, stations like this were set up mainly as a backup in case communication went down. Our leading ladies man these stations and sift through hours of chatter coming out of the USSR. Now, behind me here really is the heart of our intelligence operation, and for some of you, if you're familiar with equipment like this, or if you were selected based on your expertise with ham radio, you should feel right at home. But follow me, we'll head to Special Branch, and I'll show you what we do with this intel once we acquire it. Now, this room contains detailed dossiers on thousands of individuals, but it really is just the tip of the iceberg. Thanks to intel provided to us by Igor Gazenko, we have information on a whopping 66,000 individuals. These files contain everything from where these people work, where they live, heck, even Fido's favorite food. But much of Special Branch's efforts are spent on keeping an eye on our premier, Tommy Douglas, him and other communist sympathizers, members of labor organizations, unions, the media, universities, and the CCF. Oh, Jiminy Cricket. That can't be good. I gotta go.
Tourism in Moose Jaw in the late 90s, early 2000s was, I would say, non-existent. With the creation and construction of the Tunnels of Moose Jaw, we started to see locals and people from across the country flock to Moose Jaw, and it really turned things around for our downtown core. The change has been really astronomical from a business standpoint, and not only the tunnels, we see the benefit of tourism and what it does bring to our small community.
A group of people that are really important to us here at the Tunnels are school children. We're teaching them history, but they don't know they're being taught. They're just thinking they're having fun. Imagine you're 10 years old. Would you rather read this in a book or have it come to life before your eyes? It's really, really important that people understand our history, and I think the way we tell it is extraordinary, and people want to learn. It's really exciting to see them. It's like, I didn't know that. I didn't know we did that. I didn't know that happened.
I am passionate about what I do here at the tunnels. Moving back to Moose Jaw in 2020 was a big change for me, and seeing what we've been able to do here over the last 2 years has really instilled a sense of pride in what we do and what we provide the community and what we provide the tourism industry in Saskatchewan and beyond.
If you want to learn more about the Tunnels of Moose Jaw, go to our website. It is tunnelsofmoosejaw.com. You can book your tickets on there, ask any questions, see our hours, the prices. You should also check out our social media, Moose Jaw Tunnels on Instagram and Tunnels of Moose Jaw on Facebook. I look forward to meeting you all when you come to visit us here at the Tunnels of Moose Jaw.
If you have program ideas you'd like to see on maxTV Local, let us know at SaskTel.com/local.